Okay, so I have a new medication called SevenFact. I have been fighting an elbow bleed for over a week now. I have treated probably over 20 times with Novo 7. I have asked to go to a different medication because I don't feel like the Novo 7's working really at all for me at this point. I've had this in a cast or a half a cast, splint, whatever you want to call it, for a week. I just took it off because it just drives me nuts. But it's still puffed up. There's quite a bit of swelling down here, and I really can't move it, and I'm not wanting to move it by itself because I'm afraid for it to bleed again. So I have a little bit of motion in it, but most of it's coming from my elbow. No, that's my shoulder. This is my elbow. Okay. Anyways, so this is the new drug that I'm going to try called SevenFact. I got a good size shipment of it, but this is a big box. So it kind of scared me because I was thinking I was going to push a lot of fluid. But there's the, so let's do this again. This is the box. That's the medication. I'm not complaining about how big this box is or anything, but we'll just say that Steve Jobs is not happy about it. It's not an Apple-esque sort of box, because that is what's inside this. Anyways, I'm going to put it together, and I'm going to go ahead and take my first. I'm not going to go step by step. Well, I might do this one just for kicks and giggles, but I probably should have that splint on this elbow because it's actually hurting while I move it. Nice twist. And I'm sure somewhere there's a instruction manual, and I probably did not follow every guideline, every step, or didn't do it right, but guess what? It's done. So I suspect these are larger bottles since these are 5 milligram and those are 1, but the boxes are the same size. So my dog is complaining about something. I'm just going to rip these open because I'm not going to go get a knife every time I need it to open these boxes. Yeah, these pieces are bigger. So there's the 5 bigger pieces. There we go. That's why the box is kind of that size, but there's still lots of gap. So we could probably take the box down a little bit smaller. Anyways, I'm going to mix this up and then I'll be back. Okay, so I thought I'd go ahead and show the difference between the 1 and the 5. The filters are quite a bit different, or it's not even a filter. I don't know why I say it, but the reconstitution, needless transfer, whatever, that they use. So of course they're going to be quite a bit different because one's a 5 and one's a 1. But process is similar to some of the other factors, or well, it's similar to Novo in the way I mix it up. The only thing that's kind of tough, again, I'm trying to do this without using my left arm too much. You actually have to cut the boxes open unless you rip them apart, because there's a foil seal, if you can see that, and it's nothing that really opens very easy unless I'm not opening the box right or something. But this is interesting, the padding I've not really seen that in Factor before. Through all my years, I do not recall, unless it was part of the packaging that keeps it cold. I don't think that was it. So, all right, I'm gonna finish this up and I'll draw it into a syringe and then inject it. Okay, so for my dosing right now, it's a little bit less than the Novo that I take. This is actually a lower dose. I have an option with a higher dose, but I have never used this before. So this is gonna be my first dose. And so I'm gonna start with the lower one just to do a good safety check. Actually, I think I was on a study, so I may have used it before, but I don't remember. So I'm right at about 12 cc's. I drew it up in a 30, just so it's easier to push. My elbow was hurting me, so I put it back in the splint. And we're gonna do this really quick, but it's not similar. And the process is similar than other factors that you inject. The only thing really is the different size bottles than compared to the Novo, because I just use 4 of the same size. But anyways, all right, you guys can get a laugh out of this, but the best place what I found that, well, actually, I'm just going to leave it there. Yeah, I still have to use this arm to treat. I usually put the tape on my nose, so that's why I was going to say this is, you guys will laugh about that, but okay, here we go. My hand is turning into gauze because I've gave myself so many treatments. And of course, instead of spreading it out, we do it all in the same spot because it just seems like that's how we do it. So I'm going to push this and I'll be back.
Does that work for you? Thank you. All right, thank you so much.
There's nothing like someone coming to your door while you're treating with the needle in your hand. And a stranger's picking up something from my wife right now. I know that was interesting. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so non-eventful. Everything went well. Got the vein, of course, the first time. Didn't feel anything different as I pushed it in. You know, so far so good. I'm not turning green. I'm not turning into a monster that I know of. So anyways, we will follow up, but I'm hoping that this will give me a little bit better just effect, because I've used Nova for a long time and it's really done well for me at times, but sometimes I just get to a point that it's just like I'm injecting sterile water. It just seems like my body gets used to it. So I just did a quick video just to show the new drug. I know there's a handful of people out there on it, but I just thought I'd throw this together. So if you have any questions, list them below or send me a direct message and I will do whatever I can to answer those questions.